Welcome to the podcast From Stress to Success Blueprint. I'm your host, Lolita, and today is episode 114. Let's continue our conversation about things that can stress us out in relationships. And today I want to talk about decision making. And it could be in any relationship, could be in friendship, could be in business relationship, and relationship among coworkers, and not necessarily between significant others or spouses. So I have constantly have clients who come to me and they complain that they have to make all the decisions in their company, or they have to make all the decisions in their family, and even extended family as well. And that's obviously could be stressful. Well, because there's a lot of pressure. It is very difficult to read other people's minds and decide what is better for them. And especially if you feel that has to do with the money and there's a lot of pressure on the decision you're going to make because it can affect a lot of people who work for you and their livelihoods. So, overall, decision making is a very stressful experience. But how does that have more to do with relationships? If one partner does not feel like it's being supported by the other partner with the decision making, it can be adding extra frustration because one of them, who looks like constantly making decisions, may feel totally isolated and have way too much of pressure. And I'm inviting you now to really think about your life and your relationships. Do you take responsibility and make decisions for a lot of people? Maybe you are making decisions as a supervisor in a work environment, but you're really not that influential in your family front. Let's put it that way. Maybe things are being decided for you. That could be also very stressful. It is stressful when the other side of this relationship, the other partner of the relationship, is not really paying enough attention and really taking into consideration your needs and your opinions. That may be frustrating and stressful, obviously. But there is an extra pain involved when somebody who already realized that, the partner is not really taking care of them and they're not even being asked about the opinion. The other person constantly makes decisions for them. But when I ask them, well, do you want to kind of, say what you want to say? They're afraid because they grew up in an environment where they've been told to, well, shut up and not have any opinion. And they maybe even were punished for having an opinion, especially if it is a different one. And many times I've seen over and over plenty adults bring the same patterns from the childhood that has to do with I will just do whatever you tell me to do. I'm gonna make decision the way you want me to do. And even may look like they the ones who are making decision, but actually they're not. They just, well, vocalizing what's been told them. And if they are people pleasers, that decision that they make could be not even theirs, not even theirs to make, not even theirs even to come to conclusion that that's what needs to be, or even there's a need for a decision. So I invite you to really think about your childhood and what, your parents, your caregivers, how they made decisions. Who was the number one decision maker in your family? Was it mother? Was it father? How decisions were made? Was it the only person that would just make decisions for everyone? Or there was just like United Nations, everybody sitting at the table and come up with their ideas and then they making a decision what is the best for everyone else. It is very important to really think about who was running the show in your childhood because that's how you probably operate when now you're an adult. So, for example, since my dad was alcoholic and my mom made all the decisions, or at least this is how it looked to me. So when I grew up into adult, I was thinking I have to be independent and I'm the one who's going to make decisions and whatever I am married. Obviously, that could be a lot of clashes and stressful situations when, for example, I come to a marriage with someone who they had the total opposite. And let's say their mother was very muted in the family, and the father was the one who was always making decisions because, well, he was bringing the bacon home. So he was deciding what's the best for everyone else. So then you will have a clash because if I think I need to make decisions and my husband decides that he needs to make decisions for us, it could be a very stressful situation because both of us will be struggling for the power and both of us will think we're doing the right thing. Well, obviously, because this is what we know, that's what we learned when we were kids. So think about your relationships and those conflicts that you have because of decision making. Who's making decisions? And okay, now you know who's making decisions. And then what? Again, conversation. If you feel left out, you need to say that because the other person in that relationship may not even know that you have issue with somebody else making decisions for you. Someone can take ownership so much of your well-being that may not even ask you what is it you want because they may think that, oh, they know better what you want and what you need, so they will just provide and you just need to be thankful for it. And if you feel that you cannot vocalize what you need and you're still unhappy and you don't want to have a conflict because you don't want to upset them, you probably have this issue of expressing yourself. Then you need to dig deeper into your childhood and think why you have those patterns that you're afraid to express yourself or your opinion. What was the dynamic between when you were, expressing yourself or not expressing yourself? Who was really running the show? So know where you come from and also know where your partner is coming from as well. And if you're not happy with the situation, well, you just need to open your mouth and say it. And if you don't want to get in a conflict, listen to another episode that I already did how to approach the conflict when you are afraid that you don't have enough courage to actually do that. So if that resonated, I would love to hear from you and give me thumbs up if you like the video. Please subscribe to my channel. And if you want more help with coaching and you want me to invite me to some event to speak, I'll be very happy to do that. You're welcome to check it out, all of that, to my website, beamazingyou.com. And I'll see you next time.